From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets.
Keep playing hard. Hey, you need keys.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Extra receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A throw complete to Dorsett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Check 20.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. And Dalton to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Right back to Sanders on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Dalton now to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mike, 55. Right here. Kill. 5 kill.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Bridgewater and the Jets come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And Walker has it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And some space here. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. Give him 53 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run. It's Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
55. Right there in the middle.
Andy Dalton. Looking for Campbell downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3rd and 4.
On the double. Mike 7. Check Mike, check Mike. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Go.
Bridgewater to throw it. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make it 24-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
I got you. I got you.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
One of the things I love about this job is that I get to go to practices before games and watch guys work out. And what throws me every single time I see Richard Sherman, one of the best corners in the league, is just how long he is. I'm not even talking about being 6'5". That's not what I'm saying. The length of his arms, his ability to run with receivers and make plays on the football, even when it looks like there's a chance to fit it in, this guy is something else. And there's no surprise to me that this guy was a receiver before he was a cornerback. And maybe that's what helps him out, too, because he understands how receivers think.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mike Daniels in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Check. 368.
To try again after the sack. Dalton, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike, 2 by 2. Move. 55. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike, 5. Hey, orbit. Mike, 5. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 55's Mike, guys. 55. Hey, I'm coming. I'm coming. Nice.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Now Dalton. And Sanders has got it complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Catch made here by Campbell. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Marr able to put this one through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Bridgewater now. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Pull it together.
368. Hey, echo. 2-by-2. Move. Stop.
Throwing again. Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Throwing on third and long. Dalton. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
55. I got it. Here we go. Motion.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And able to find Dorsett. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Hey,
First down.
Hey, go 368.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. The open man is Smith. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down. They go play action. Bridgewater. And this one complete to Smith. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Play fake. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cowboys! Miles Sanders with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So Dalton now.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. That's to McCaffrey, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Bridgewater. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a 1st down. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Go, Ringo, Ringo. Slow, slow.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. DeAndre Hopkins, 82 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now, wait a minute. Did the Jets get it? They did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Buying time to his left. He finds Hopkins complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you...
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack on 1st down, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 69 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with?
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails.
Take 4, take 4. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues.
The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz? And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing, Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Bridgewater. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was his safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They'll look to throw. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision.
And that's caught inside the 30. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Play.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Dallas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.